Since the season 2 premiere, the McBee Dynasty has been sitting comfortably in the Peacock top 10 shows. Jesse, is it nice to see audiences embrace the return of the series?
Yeah, it is, especially moving from season 1 to season 2 and just kind of having our different personalities show and us boys having to step forward and seeing that people are still interested in that. It's cool to see kind of the cowboy way kind of take flight.
Mm-hmm. And Stephen, how has the reception been within your company and its various investors?
Really, everything has been positive from the outside looking in. Everyone has really loved the show, has been so supportive of everything so far. From an investment standpoint or a banking standpoint, we've had some conversations about, like, did Galyna really do that? And we're like, yeah, she did.
Kinda,
it was not a great season for her. It was a rough time, but we're over that now. You know, things have gotten better, we think.
Hope.
According to Cole, your business now is in the best spot it's ever been in the past 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. What did it take to get you out of the red?
I would say teamwork and family support. And I would also say, you know, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but maybe a little bit of relinquishing of the reins from my dad's perspective and letting us boys step into our roles. And Jesse, Cole, and I have done, you know, I don't want to pat ourselves too much on the back, but we've done a really good job of working together. We've had our fights without a doubt, but we've been able to mesh and work together really, really well, and I think that's why we're seeing the success we've seen.
Yeah, and I think Dad just has taken on the world by himself for so long, and he finally
tried to carry all that weight on his shoulders and his shoulders alone, and it's just impossible when you're at a company of our size.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite addition to the show this year is Mama McBee, Miss Christie herself. I know she was initially hesitant to join the show, but Jesse, how does she feel now?
I think that she's excited that she was able to kind of showcase who she is as a person. That's why we wanted her on this second season. She's definitely the opposite of my dad, kind of the opposite of us in general. Mm-hmm. Very introverted, doesn't like to be in the spotlight whatsoever. And in the second season, she gets to kind of showcase who she is as a person, how much we love her, and just how much she means to us, and just her advice that she gives to us.
Yeah, I know for me, every time I get a DM, and I've gotten a lot here recently about, hey, no offense whatsoever, like I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but can I take your mom on a date? I screenshot it and send it to my mom, and she loves it. I mean, you know, for being an introverted person, she thinks this is really, really cool, and she also wants me to send those screenshots to my dad. I think just as like a little bit more of a
jab.
Yeah, a little jab at my dad.
I can get it too.
Stephen, Galyna is clearly such a vital part of your business. Anyone who watched season 1 knows that. How hard is it for you to keep defending her when she continues to act out against your father and Masha?
It has gotten tougher. I can't lie. I still see the value that Galyna has brought to the company. Over the last 5 years, she has been the most important person in our company. She has gone through so many battles for us and with us, and truly has our backs like no one else does. But then you see the personal train wreck that sometimes comes with Galyna, and everyone else doesn't see all the work that she puts in, and so they're saying that, hey, we're better off without her. We'd be way more stable and consistent if she wasn't around. And I'm just like, guys, calm down. If you only saw how hard she works and how much she supports all of us behind the scenes. She is such a key player to what we have going on.
Stephen, I gotta know, other than her beauty, her humor, her savvy, what keeps you coming back to Cala after all the ups and downs you've experienced in the relationship?
I missed you. They aren't the only one. I missed you a little bit.
Oh, you missed me?
I don't really know where Cala and I are. I know we're not dating.
Literally told them, Cala told me that she hates you guys. Like, don't talk to her again. Like, you literally cut those ties.
You are the most pessimistic person to ever speak about my family.
I don't really know where we go from here, to be honest.
Whenever Cala and I are together alone, apart from my family, away from the public eye, she has always been so supportive of everything I'm trying to do. And it's hard for me, again, I feel like I'm defending her to my family, to my friends, because it's the same situation with Galyna. I'm like, you guys don't see what happens whenever we're away from everyone else, and our relationship has so many good moments, and she's been so supportive, and then whenever we're around my family or friends, it all turns into a little bit of a train wreck.
Jesse, I would love your take on Stephen and Cala's on-again, off-again relationship.
I think that
Go ahead, bud.
relationships,
rip the bandaid off.
Relationships are tough. I mean, they're not easy. Even my relationship, you know, there's ups and downs. There's always going to be ups and downs. And I think Stephen and Cala have had probably more ups and downs than most couples. And they've found a way to kind of work through it, and then found a way to not work through it. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes they don't work out, sometimes they do, and in this case it didn't work out. And obviously we as a family want the best for her, and I think that she wants the best for us, at least most times.
days.
Some days, maybe not every day, but it's just relationships are tough, and I think that's kind of just the key point of it. And sometimes they don't work out, and you have to be okay with that. Just like our parents getting a divorce, like it can be two great people and they just don't work out together.
Yeah, and I think that what you said hits the nail on the head. I mean, it's like square peg, round hole with Kala and I.
It is.
It's two people that definitely care about each other, definitely want the best for each other. But man, it felt like we're just banging our heads against the wall trying to make it work. And at the end of the day, you get to a point where it's like, hey, I think we may be better off going separate ways.
Yeah.
Stephen, that deal between Arthur Bryant and the McBee Farm and Cattle Company is huge, and they came to you.
It seems like every celebrity that comes into Kansas City, they stop here.
Yeah.
This is the place to come. This place has transcended just Kansas City. I mean, I know that there's been some presidents that have eaten here. I've read in the paper. And
Yeah.
You know, Ted Lasso's favorite barbecue sauce. So that was,
Yes. Thanks for shooting me an email.
we've been looking to source local beef, right? And so I kind of threw a dart email at you, and here we are.
Can you talk about how that all came to pass?
Yeah, so I got an email one day, a random email from Andy Miller, who's the owner of Arthur Bryant's. And this is not just like your normal barbecue joint. This is the historic and renowned Arthur Bryant's Barbecue of Kansas City. Kansas City has a great culture of barbecue, and Arthur Bryant sits at the very top of that. So to even get an email from the owner, I was like, this is a big deal. And then after meeting, realized just how big of an opportunity it was for our meat company to put our name on the map and really integrate into the Kansas City culture and market. And I was so excited about it. I knew it was going to be very, very tough to pull off, but I felt like we could do it.
I want to talk about the gender reveal. I didn't love seeing you three boys leave the party to check on Masha's chickens.
We'll be right back. We just gotta go.
Steve snaps his fingers, the boys go running. Even if they don't want to, even if they know how bad it's going to disappoint me.
We're all just gonna ride together.
Yeah, we'll just ride together. Make it easier.
They have that fear in them. And it's hard to watch.
Do you wish you had stayed? Because I know it really pains your mom to see you leave.
Yeah, I wish we could have stayed as well. It seems like every time there's a situation with my dad's relationships, we're there to pick up the pieces, and unfortunately this couldn't have come at a worse time. But the way we were getting blown up and hearing what potentially happened at the lodge, we knew we needed to get over there and check out the damage and do damage control.
Yeah.
And the destruction in your dad's lodge was insane. Jesse, you found your dad's cowboy hats all bent in. Stephen, you found the twisted frying pan.
Oh my goodness. What in
It
the
definitely got
actual
slammed, don't you
hell?
think?
Yeah, you can see the mark.
I was about to say, there's nothing that
there's
would
nothing
make it.
that-
You had
Look
to
at that.
like really slam it on something.
That's some type of sharp line. Whatever she hit it on is
might
going to be
have-
destroyed.
Every one of Dad's cowboy hats were smashed.
No way.
Yep, been in.
It's freaking nuts, dude.
How did that tiny little woman do so much damage?
Honestly, we're still questioning that to this day.
We don't know how the frying pan got bent in half because whatever it was hit on should have been broke.
It was like cast iron, so I don't think I could even bend that pan like that. Like, I don't know what it was hit on, and we're still kind of finding damage to this day as we like go throughout the house. We're like, oh yeah, there's another chip in the wood. Or
It was
something
like a
that,
tornado
broken
went through
window.
there. The doors were left open. There was raccoon tracks all up on the kitchen counters. I mean, there was wild animals in the house. It was a mass destruction.
And Stephen, that sort of led to a really frank discussion between you and Galyna in the kitchen at work about whether it's time to part ways if she can't control herself. And then she brings up the FBI investigation on camera, and you can see that you're shocked.
Do you even want to be here? Because at this point, I'm starting to question if us parting ways may be the right decision.
You know, after everything that was going on for the last couple of years that brought me to this point. And don't even start me on this FBI investigation.
Can you walk me through that moment?
Yeah, absolutely. With everyone here, all of us McBees, Galyna, who we consider pretty much a family member at this point, we've always said, hey, we've got each other's backs, and we're always looking out for what's best for the farm and what's best for our companies. And at that moment, her deciding to bring that up in an argument, there's a line that you don't cross. And I felt like that line was crossed at that point, and it just really almost sent shockwaves down my spine, thinking, I cannot believe that she just brought this up out of nowhere, especially given the fact that we just had to go over to the lodge and clean up / find out what all happened in her meltdown crash out.
Yeah, I think there's certain things as like as family, as everybody I'm sure knows, that like you just don't talk about in front of other people. Like that's a secret that you know you keep. And I think that we consider Galyna as family, or at least we did at that moment. And that's just not something that you ever bring up in a conversation, or that you trust that she wouldn't bring up in a conversation.
No matter how mad or how heated things get.
Steven, in the premiere, you show a little cheek in the shower.
Woo! Good morning.
I heard your mother was not pleased. Were you shocked to see the scene? And Jesse, how did you react to that?
Was I shocked? No, because I knew that was being filmed.
Requested for it to be filmed.
I was happy. I mean, especially now looking back, or now sitting here as a single man, I'm like, I'm glad that made the episode. But at the time, whenever we were watching it with my mom, I was like, I can't believe they put that in there. And my mom's like, what, are you gonna go start an OnlyFans now?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, they had the camera, and we're watching, and like they kept panning. I'm like, surely they'll stop, maybe right at the top of the crack. No, they just kept going, all cheek. Yeah. All cheek. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to see your cheek ever again.
It is a little awkward when you're sitting on a couch with all of your family watching that.
Yeah. Let's not have that happen again, please.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
And then last question, what can you tease about the rest of the season?
The rest of the season, as exciting or as unexpected these first 2 or 3 episodes are, the rest of the season cranks it up even more. I mean, trying to think back of what all was happening during that time period. Cole and Casey pregnant. We have Cal and my situation, your wedding coming up, and Galyna. I thought we had her under control, but not so much. And you could see all this play out, and it just really hits a climax by the end point of this season, and you will want to stay tuned for each and every episode from here on out, because I think every single episode has something just absolutely insane in it.
I was about to say, I think these first couple episodes were just a warm-up. I don't even think anything major really yet has happened compared to what the rest of the season looks like.
No.